Beautiful beings, bienvenido! My first name is Kuwa, Jasiri, and my pronouns are the one and this one. I want to take a moment to pause to reflect on our spiritual practices. For this video, we're going to go in on developing your spiritual practice. So I'm going to make a series of different videos about different aspects of spiritual practices. So this one is about kind of the first base element that I feel like people who have spiritual practices come to me and are like, how do you know that you can trust the spiritual beings, the entities, the ethereal beings that are coming to you, and or just like trusting the magic that you're tapping into. So first, let's I have people think about who they already connect with. Is it your higher self? Is it a guardian? Is it an ancestor? Is it just like a spiritual being that comes to you a lot? Like, just think about where you do feel comfort in the spiritual realm, in the ethereal realm. And I think that's a great place to start. And usually that aspect is kind of like your anchor or your trust zone. I have people think about it as like any kind of relationship. Like, how do you trust people? So I usually, in my own practice, I pass everything through my guardians because I really trust my guardians. We have a strong connection. And then I also have an ethereal being that's a centaur that I feel super comfortable with. So my centaur isn't necessarily my guardian. They do guard me, but they're not technically in like my guardian realm. In this moment, they're like, I'm not. And I'm like, I don't think you are. So, all of spiritual messages, all ethereal messages go through my guardians, go through my centaur. I think of my centaur kind of more as like a bouncer. It's like, I have a problem, come get this. Or like someone I can like talk to kind of in a more flexible way, kind of like an auntie versus like my guardians or like my parents. So there's kind of different relationships. So I pass all messages through my guardians, through my centaur, or the centaur. And I think that's a great way to start, is creating that social contract of like, I don't feel comfortable receiving messages directly, and pass them through a space that you feel like is a buffer, a filter for those messages. And then you're getting all of like the ones that serve your highest purpose. Yeah, I think too, just having a filter on your body. I have a magic shield. I definitely employ you to have one of those so that you just have your own filter as well, even though, maybe there's not a super amount of trust there. It's just great for an added layer of protection. Also, like your altar, if you feel really comfortable with your altar, that can be somewhere you send magic and messages through as a filter. Maybe there's like a gemstone or something like that you feel really comfortable with. You can send messages through there. So be creative. My one friend says imagination, like your spirituality is so imaginative. But in my own practice, I just link it parallel to like the physical fleshy world. It's like, how do I build relationships there? How do I feel most comfortable there? So, in general, if you have any magic thoughts or comments, or want to know more about certain aspects of magical practices, spirituality, please reach out to me. I'm really jazzed about helping people foster this connection. Also, I'm super thankful for our Patreons, and our new patrons are Janae, Justin, and Elizabeth. So thank you so much. We met our goal for this call out, this reach out, and that just warms my heart, makes me feel so great. Thank you so much for supporting us. As always, we value you. Yeah, get your needs met!